Okay, so 3 days ago we got the Madden 26 official reveal trailer, and there is a lot to dive into, and we're not even in the deep dives. Firstly, they added 500 new quarterback animations and, of course, quarterback signature throws, and, like, you know, how they hold the ball, you know, how Kyler Murray runs like a little toddler. Not an insult, that's just how it looks. You know, they added that in and to make it, you know, feel more realistic. They also added 50 new traits for a number of positions from real-world tendencies, such as, you know, if a quarterback usually likes to pass to the right side of the field more, they're going to pass to the right side of the field more. Coaches got completely overhauled with new coach DNA from real-world data like tendencies, styles, philosophies. For example, like Dan Campbell going for it on 4th down a lot in, you know, creative ways, or the Vikings blitzing more and in creative ways when you're throwing well on them. As well as when you're using coach suggestions, your like actual NFL coach will give you suggestions and reasons on why they're doing this based off of their real-world tendencies. As well as for the CPU, they will have real-time coaching decisions like pre-snap adjustments and other stuff as well. There are 1,000 brand new plays, obviously focusing on the new style of football with a ton of motion, pre-snap, and that sort of stuff, but still 1,000 new plays. I don't think it's exactly 1,000, but very close to 1,000 new plays. They brought up wear and tear. I don't know if it's exactly the same wear and tear from college football, but they brought that up into Madden 26. Obviously, the long-awaited new depth chart positions. They added edge, nose tackle, long snapper, and gadget positions. I believe at least for long snapper there is an actual long snapper position. It's not just going to be a tight end or your fastest offensive lineman. There will be real long snapper overalls, you know, as well as the gadget position, which is specifically going to be used for players like Travis Hunter. And Hunter specifically will have abilities to allow him to actually successfully play both sides of the ball without getting tired, unlike other cornerbacks or wide receivers, allowing him to actually be able to play there. Obviously, brand new revamped weather effects, brand new visual effects for the weather, obviously new physics, and one thing that I think is kind of cool, disadvantages for warm weather teams going into a cold environment and vice versa for cold weather teams going into really, really hot weather. And another thing that was highly requested is obviously college football was very arcadey but much more fun than the NFL's more realistic but much more slowed down gameplay. It's now explosive, realistic, with guys that are going to run, that have really straightforward running speed are going to be really good running straight, but guys that are much more quick to the sides are going to be quick to the sides much more, and it'll be much more explosive and almost like a middle ground between college football and a realistic NFL Madden. And again, with the coaches, there are hundreds of new customizable heads and gear for the coaches, and a completely revamped coaching tree that I'm sure they're going to go way more in depth in the deep dives, but there's new abilities that have in-game rewards. There are now play sheets that allow you to add extra plays or upgrade plays week to week. Obviously in franchise, and in franchise mode there are now halftime shows, weekly recaps, and new broadcast packages, so just completely redoing everything and making it more realistic and much more interesting to show, like, you know, recaps of what actually happened. And of course there are new real runouts, mascots, traditions for mascots and stuff, and one thing that's absolutely massive for me is there's real graphics on the Jumbotron. It won't just say Packers or Eagles. It'll actually be like real graphics from these real NFL teams. And probably my favorite addition this year is that when you put on, for example, a Kelly Green with the Eagles, the entire field will be Kelly Green, just like how it is in real life. They'll have the alternate logo. Hopefully they'll have the alternate logo on the score bug. But obviously same with like the creamsicle for the Buccaneers, the Oilers for the Titans, and much more, which I think is a long overdue and very needed change. And of course, Superstar Mode, they are continuing to rebuild that with career chapters, such as if you're going to start as a bench player and then work your way up to a starter, or if you were failing as a starter so you go back down to the bench and are looking for redemption, as well as you have to build crucial relationships with coaches, teammates, and agents through a sphere of influence system that will also affect how people see you, interact with you, and much more. And obviously this is the bare minimum, and we are going to get way more in the deep dives, but this is all that we have for now. I honestly think this is going to be a fantastic Madden game.